via Facebook. You can always go to the Maya Akai Show. That's MayaAkai. And, post your comments there. Or you can always...
Nikki Braden on Facebook. And I am also on Twitter. And I am the Nikki Braden on Instagram. Take a picture and send it to me and follow me. We're going to have some fun with this.
There you go. So, we just wrapped up talking about, poor Rachel Lazo, who just unfortunately resigned as the president of the Spokane chapter of the NAACP, which I'm not shocked. I felt that was coming.
It was coming.
It was coming. She really didn't have a choice. And even though the NAACP gave her some support, it was kind of light. It was kind of light. So, either way, she probably made the right choice because no matter what she did,
it can't be fixed.
It can't be fixed. She missed the opportunity to fix that up front. So, unfortunate for her, but, hey, it is what it is. Lesson learned. I still think we need to have a conversation about transracial identity because I think it's real.
Yes.
And I think opposed to demonizing people who identify with other cultures or other races, we maybe should step back and say, why is that impossible? Think about this. Just because you're born in certain packaging, we all know that experiences shape who you are.
They absolutely do.
So if you happen to grow up, with wolves, you might run around and act like a wolf.
Yeah, you might.
You just might. If you grow up with people who are opposite of you, chances are you're going to embrace who they are.
Right.
And that doesn't mean there's anything wrong with you. That's your experience.
Exactly.
I think what people need to understand is, one, we're not homogeneous.
We are not.
And my experience is mine, and it doesn't have to work for you. That's the first thing that people need to get right.
Very different experiences.
Exactly. We can get along, but you don't have to like, embrace, or even do what I do. Just respect me.
Right.
And if we could maybe get to that point in life, it might be better. But talk about respect me. So, Jeb Bush, as we know, is one of the Bush crew. Son of, George Sr., who was actually the former Florida governor, is actually putting his bid for the presidential campaign 2016. He'll be announcing that 3 p.m. Eastern time.
Okay.
So it'll be 2 p.m. for us.
In Miami, yeah?
In Miami, which is his, I guess, adopted home now. So he's putting in, his run for the White House bid. So no one is probably surprised about that. No. It was expected that he was going to throw his hat into the arena.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say this, though. No more Bushes.
We've had enough Bushes.
It's got enough Bushes.
We had enough Bushes.
No more Bushes.
I don't think. I don't know.
What's wrong, Rob? No, really. What's kind of a little disconcerting about...
First of all, it's 20 million Republicans running. Right. That's first of all.
But here's the thing. He will probably make the clear. Interesting enough.
He is. It's going to probably come down to him.
It's going to probably come down to him. Him and Hillary are going to probably be the two. And, I'm going to say, and they're doing an exceptional job with the mudslinging with Hillary Clinton. They really are. People don't want an office. I see it this way. Hey, a woman has a right to put her bid in and to go for it, just like, men. So, hey, let's just keep the experiment rolling. We put a black man in office.
Let's put a woman in office. Follow it up with Hillary.
And let's just see what happens. At this point, it's still a lesser of two evils when it's all said and done.
Oh, absolutely.
It's still a lesser of two evils, whether it's Jeb Bush being president, whether it's Hillary being president. I just kind of feel I don't feel like there's a strong forerunner, and we've been in this place for a while.
Yes, we have.
So I'm not shocked. So he's going to make his announcement, and hence, it's going to come down to... Hillary really I think she's going to really have to go for the female vote, as well as, she's going to have to, focus on, making Democrats feel that she's really poised to do this.
I think she is, though. I mean, I'm looking at everybody that's right. I really don't know too much about this Chafee guy. You know about him? I don't really know too much.
Mark Chafee? No, I'm just kidding. From Iowa. No, I'm just kidding. Mark!
Not our teacher from Iowa.
Though he might actually be an exceptional president, FYI.
He probably he knows everything about everything.
He was in the sociology department. Yes. And Mark Chafee is the real deal.
He really is.
Seriously.
He really is.
So
shout out to Mark Chafee.
That's right. That's right. He could run for president. I actually might vote for Mark Chafee. Yes. Seriously. Okay, but no. There's a lot of people, but it starts out like this. When everyone's putting their bids out there, eventually, it's going to get narrowed down.
Sure.
Because most of these people really aren't viable, but it's like you got to have a good showing. You got to have choices out there. Yes. But we already know that Hillary is going to be the Democratic candidate.
The front runner.
Right. Yes. And then Jeb Bush is going to be for the Republicans. Right. And then so let's just go ahead and focus on that and not be distracted by all the extra stuff. And they need to clean up whatever it is about Hillary people don't like, so we can move forward.
Yes.
I'm going to cast my vote with her.
I am going to.
I'm going to give a woman a chance to show that she can run this country. Her background is no more dirty or sullied than anybody else who's done this.
It is not.
I don't care what emails you read. Everybody is full of crap anyways.
Yes.
It's politics.
Yes.
So nobody's squeaky clean.
Nobody.
I mean,
Nobody.
President Obama probably came in squeaky clean, and you see where he's at now.
Yeah.
So...
Rob,
I don't know what he's over there doing with those hands.
I don't even know what that is.
That looks weird. It looks wrong too from this angle. But anyways,
Willow Smith. What are you saying?
You're tuned Tune in to Maya Akai Show. Join the conversation, 708-223-0030. Of course, this is the new home of the show here on Smooth 90.5 FM.
I gotta get my radio voice, and I have to say
you gotta work on that. It's also Sirius
Mm-hmm.
Radio, channel 432. But just in case you don't have those two things, let me explain something, because people on Facebook have been asking different questions about this. So let me clarify this so we all understand.
Please clear it up for me,
So
too.
first of all, HD radio is, you must have an HD radio. It's kind of like, it's high definition, it's expansive. So if you happen to be tuning into your regular car radio, you're not hearing us, you're hearing something else. So you have to have an HD radio.
Yeah, because somebody's listening to opera music right now, and they're like, I can't.
And actually HD radio has 4 different channels to it. That's how many stations there are on HD radio.
Right.
So you have to have an HD radio, which you can have in your car, or you may have purchased one to have in your home or whatever. So we're 90.5 FM HD. So make sure you're paying attention to that part. Or maybe you have Sirius Radio. I think people are more familiar with satellite, Sirius XM. You know, that's subscription based. That's channel 432. Now, if you don't have either of those, you can still listen to the show because we stream online via Live 365. Or you can go to iHeartRadio.com and search the Rob G Afternoon Show.
You
listen that way.
That.
But he was on before us. That's why. He was holding it down 5 days a week, and we came in and took over. But I'm saying the easiest way to watch and listen to the show is just go to the station website, which is www.wjsjbcradio.com, and then you can watch the live stream feed, as well as you can just click and listen, and it'll take you to Live 365. I also put the links on my page. You can just go right to the Maya Akai Show, boom, click on the links, and choose how you want to listen or watch the show. So there's different ways to get involved. Actually, Rob, I'm gonna bring you in a bit. Tell people, and actually I've known Rob for a number of years, and this is a very special and unique venture in Smooth 95.5 FM HD. I want people to know about you, Rob, and the station, because I've never heard of this before, but it's an amazing venture. Tell people who you are and how this got started.
Well, Maya, thank you very much, and thank you for listening to the Maya Akai Show.
Here he goes.
Yeah.
You have to say,
Well,
featuring Nikki
This is
Brayton.
not a call. What are you doing?
No?
That's
Oh,
not
I thought this was my show. Smooth Jazz Radio. Hi, everybody. My name is Rob G.
We got them all twisted up in here.
I'm sitting in front of 2 beautiful women, and one is even having a wardrobe malfunction, as you can see live on TV.
Thanks for busting.
I'm not buzzing her out. I'm just trying to help her out, not have a Janet Jackson situation. But no, seriously.
What?
Rob G is a Smooth Jazz radio host. Every weekend we broadcast live radio simulcast. We're syndicated all over the country, from Oklahoma, Washington, D.C. You can listen to us all over the United States, and even the military can listen to us.
Even Hawaii.
Even Hawaii.
That's part of the United States.
Where you get some good coconut water. And coconut water and alkaline water. So, if you like
Stop
to be
pushing product on my show.
I'm sorry. If you'd like to be a sponsor of Maya Akai Show, please contact her as soon as possible, because she would love to have you be a sponsor of her show. You can contact her on her website at mayakai.com, or you can also go to Twitter at the Maya Akai Show.
There you go.
That's right. Or if you'd like more information, you can go to WGSJ-BC Radio.
Tell people what that means, because people are like, aren't most radio stations 4 call letters? And then here enters Rob G
with the whole alphabet.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G,
you say the whole
H,
alphabet.
whole alphabet on there.
Well, WGSJBC Radio stands for Gospel Smooth Jazz Blues.
Look, he had to think
He
about
did it
that.
Blues
Pause.
Comedy. That's right. Gospel, smooth, jazz, blues, and comedy. Of course, you got Nikki Bryan here. She's a comedian.
First of all, he had the comedy.
did it on
I'm like,
purpose.
who's the comedian? He was like, you.
You?
I was like, I just got here.
He was preparing for your entrance.
He knew I was coming.
What makes this station so unique? And I wanted to make sure people knew who Rob is, because this venture is amazing how he started.
Yes.
Initially, Rob is, like I said, he is a radio music veteran. He has worked everything from WNUA. Unfortunately, he was there during the close down. And this kind of was his motivation to start his own station after going through Chicago radio and being disappointed. And with the exit of Smooth Jazz, because the station plays a lot of smooth jazz is really the anchor of what you hear here. So if you miss that, you tune in, and then you get your sprinkles of some R&B, blues.
Yes.
I mean, formatically, I always say, if I had to kind of describe what this is, it's kind of like the term adult contemporary is broad. But there's also called urban and modern. So it means it has all these different genres under it.
An umbrella.
Right. So, I'm not going to throw out another station that exists. It's like taking that station that's adult and it's what it plays, but it gives you the smooth jazz element, and that's the part that's missing. So during the day, you're going to find Rob is making a transition to doing a bit more talk, and then in the evening, you're going to hear obviously more music. So if you happen to like smooth jazz, you can tune in anytime. The station is 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
7 days a week. That's
and the
big
Maya
stuff.
Akai Show, yes, is Monday, Wednesday, Fridays.
11 to 3.
11 to 3. And then Rob is actually Tuesday, Thursdays with the job, still doing the Rob G Afternoon Drive Show. So make sure you can tune in and catch the show. But very unique format that's around the country. So we're being heard in Philadelphia. We're being heard in Oklahoma. Someone in Hawaii right now is doing like, a little like,
Coconut water.
to my show right now.
Are we?
What? Wasn't that from?
That's Africa.
Right. See? Rob, get off the mic right now. Stop it. No. So I just at least wanted people to get familiar with Rob G, who has a fantastic venture that's been building over 10 years. And it's only going to get bigger. A lot of things are about to happen.
Bigger and better.
It's bigger and better. So that's why I decided to come on board, because I love the multiple platforms. I love being on Sirius now. Obviously, the fact it's HD radio. It's a lot going on here. And I decided to change the format of the show a bit. We're going to talk, obviously, things that matter. But at the same time, I wanted to kind of incorporate some other things. It's a midday show, so it shouldn't be too heavy.
Nobody wants to be at lunch. So people are eating lunch right now.
Right, you don't want to be always, everything has to be doom and gloom. So with that being said, I decided to add Nikki Braden to the mix, who obviously is a fellow Hawkeye. We've been friends for years. But tell my listener, who is Nikki Braden?
I am, actually, I'm a Second City alumni. I also went to University of Iowa, as Maya mentioned. And I got into the improv and Second City and that kind of thing. And from there, surprisingly enough, I ended up doing stand-up comedy, which is really weird how it happened. But I did that and was kind of successful at it, and that's what I'm doing. And Maya's seen me perform and thinks I'm pretty funny. So
she's pretty funny.
Brought me on board, and I'm happy to be here. This is a new venture for me as well.
So lots of changes, but it's like
good
elevation
stuff.
in the
New
show.
stuff.
Yeah,
I like new stuff.
It is only
challenging.
It is a lot of stuff.
I'm gonna get it together. I feel like I'm running with scissors right now. Like it's
Please don't
dangerous,
fall.
Right?
Please don't fall.
It's dangerous, but we'll get it.
We'll get it together. Yeah. So first show. So a lot of things are different. People are getting reacclimated with the new platforms.
Yes.
So like I said, just make sure you go to my Facebook page, the Maya Akai Show, and boom, all the links are there. Like I said, and what I love about this new edition is you can watch.
You can watch us
and listen at the same time. Which now that means I have to comb my hair.
I was going to say, tell me if my hair is messed up. I don't care if you call in for anything else, but tell me, because I'm actually using my laptop as a mirror. If you think I keep looking at it, there's nothing on my screen. It's just I'm checking.
The reflection is coming back?
Yes, I'm checking.
All right, so there you go. A little bit of information about the show and how things have changed and who's involved in it. The format, like I said, is changing up a bit in regards to how we talk about things, but we'll always talk about poignant, important conversation.
Yes,
but we're also going to infuse it with things that are a bit light and what's going on. Because the good thing about having a midday show is that things are going on 24/7. There's always breaking news or something different coming out, and I now get to share that with my listeners, and I appreciate that a lot.
As we speak, something's
as we speak, things are going on.
Yes.
Like, for instance, I get to just go to websites and read shocking deaths in Game of Thrones season finale.
Oh my God, do you watch that?
Yes.
You do?
Oh my God, yes.
Was it good? I was confused. Like, people were saying something on Facebook and was like, really? Some people, it sounded like it was disappointing. I don't watch it, so I don't know. So
it's in my DVR. It's in my DVR right now. I mean, actually, we'll talk about that in the later hour, in the 2:00 hour, because that's what people are watching. We'll talk a little bit about movies, Jurassic World, and Game of Thrones.
I heard that was crazy. Yeah,
we got a lot to talk about, stuff like that.
Awesome.
So we're gonna table that. But right now, we're talking about what's trending.
Yes.
One of the topics I wanted to talk about that I thought was interesting. This is not necessarily. It's kind of resurfaced over the weekend. About obviously, Calvin did a good job talking about how there probably is a little bit of an embellishment of the violence in Chicago. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, it's definitely more violence than anybody wants to see.
Absolutely.
And that's a large part of the issue, is that, you're hearing and seeing these things on a regular basis, and that's a little disconcerting, and we're going to see more of it, obviously, that it's summertime.
Yes.
So, it's every Monday, and I'm never going to come back and report those statistics to you. I'm not going to. But when we come back from the break, we're going to talk about domestic terrorism charges. Is that an answer to dealing with the violence in Chicago?
That's a good question.
We're going to talk about that. The Maya Akai Show. Stay tuned. I will be right back.
Nikki B. Like...